welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today let's have a heart-to-heart conversation about why it's so important that you love yourself more than anybody else loves you. Why is this important, Mika? It's important because if you don't love you, then you'll be constantly seeking that love and that feeling of love from everyone else around you, from other things outside of yourself. And guess what? You'll never be full because people love and then people don't love. You know, people show that they care and then people don't show that they care. The same people that had your back, was ride or die for you, the people who said that they would never hurt you, end up hurting you. So what do you do then? What do you do when someone's emotions or someone's not able to pour in all that love that you're seeking, that you should be giving to yourself? Which, let me remind you, that's too much responsibility to put onto somebody else, and it's not fair because they have to love themselves too. So if you're constantly depending on them to show you love, you're just draining them. That makes you toxic. So make sure that you love yourself. One, because when you love yourself, you have boundaries. And it's important that you have boundaries because people will try to run over you. People will try to take advantage of you. It's so important to have boundaries with any type of relationships that you're in, even down to family situations. You need boundaries. You need to love yourself enough to know when to say no, to know when something is not okay with you, to know when you are not willing to go a certain mile. You need to be able to have that. But if you depend on everybody else to love you, first of all, like I said, you're going to be depleted and you're going to deplete that person, which is not fair. Second of all, if you are depending on them to love you, you will put up with whatever they give you out of love, out of desperation to get that love or to have them keep continually loving you because you don't love yourself. Is that any type of way that you really want to live? We have to be honest with ourselves in the times where we like, oh, well, this person doesn't love me, or how can you say you love me but you treat me this way, and you know, I'm only here because you told me that you love me, you'll never do this and this and this. That's the problem. They may have wronged you, they may have treated you wrong, they may have backed out and reneged from giving you love after they promised that they will always love you. But it does not matter if you loved yourself. That's what we have to stop trying to play victim and stop putting our lives in the hands of someone else when we are the only ones who are responsible for our own lives. So, okay, a person hurts you, but you continue to say, do you love you? Do you love yourself? How can you expect that person to love and respect you if you don't love and respect you? And yes, with love comes respect. So if you don't love yourself, you don't respect yourself, which means you're going to put up with whatever, put up with whomever, just because you feel like you don't deserve anything better. You don't deserve better treatment. You don't deserve happiness and for someone to be genuine and loyal to you. You're going to take whatever someone else is willing to give you because you feel desperate and empty in that area. That's why it's so important that you work on yourself. You work on who you are, what you like, getting to know you, falling in love with you before you expect somebody else to fall in love with you. Because you want somebody to love you the way that you love you. If you are out here not loving yourself, how can you expect for someone else to love you? To give you all the things, oh, be faithful to me, be my best friend, be here for me, you know, do for me when I'm in need, love me, love me, love me. Like, you saying this, but it means nothing when they're looking at you and they see that you're not doing it for yourself. Nobody wants to put in more work than you're willing to put in. It's human nature. I'm not going to want to love you until loving yourself. You need to do that already. You need to already come to somebody else, whether you're trying to build a friendship or a relationship with that person. You need to make sure that you're showing up already full of love for yourself, which means you have respect for yourself, which means if you love yourself and you respect yourself, you then will give that to the person that you're with. Can you imagine trying to love somebody who doesn't love themselves, and then you're expecting for them to love you because you're loving them, but they're just taking all that love that you're giving and they're disrespectful or they're not caring about what you need because they don't even love themselves. How can they love you? So when you're showing up like that, that's what people are thinking. People who are already healed, people who are thinking logically before getting into any type of situation with you. They're thinking about that. They're thinking about, how can this person love me if they don't love themselves? And then how much work is that going to require from me to make that person feel happy, to feel complete? That's a whole lot. So when we fill ourselves up with love for ourselves, then we are able to pour into someone else. And honestly, at that point, you'll start to choose better. You'll be cautious of the people that you call friend. You'll be cautious of the people that you want to be in relationship with, because you know what you deserve, or you know what you are willing to put up with and what you're not. I used to be the type of person who did not love myself. I think we all go through that phase at one point in our lives, but I could be wrong. But I went through that phase for a long time. And I put up with so much. And I was people pleasing. And I was putting up with relationships and situations that I did not deserve to be in. That I know was not of God. And I know was beneath me. And not saying I'm better than anybody. But I am saying that I didn't deserve some of the things that I allowed myself to go through just to have friends. Just to have a relationship. Just because I needed to feel loved. Because I didn't know how to give it to myself. I was scared of me. I was running away from me. So it was easier to hide behind someone else. And then when they mistreated me, I was able to say, see, look this person, how they treated me, playing victim. And then I also was able to confirm to myself that I wasn't deserving of anything greater, because I didn't love myself anyway. So even though I wasn't looking at it back then as I didn't love myself, I was looking at it as, well, I don't deserve X, Y, and Z. And so when I wasn't getting it, it was comfortable for me, because I was like, well, I didn't really think highly of myself. I didn't think that I deserved anything better or greater. Don't be that person. Make sure that if you're going through a breakup right now, a heartbreak, you just lost your friends, y'all decided not to be friends no more, whatever the situation is, before you try to go meet new friends and be in a new relationship, heal yourself. Make sure that you have love and you show it with love, and don't allow nobody to set your definition and your tone for love. You need to already have it for yourself, already have that respect for yourself, and already know what you're willing and not willing to put up with. But you let me know what you think. These are my thoughts on it. We'll keep the conversation going. All I ask is that you are polite and courteous in the comment box, because we're here to help each other grow and not to be negative and to tear each other down. Go ahead and drop your comments. We'll keep the conversation going, and we'll talk next time. Bye.